Hey, Arya. Have you finally managed to finish scrubbing that chimney? Or are you still stuck in your eternal slowness and laziness? Honestly, why does it always take you forever to get anything done?
Mom, seriously? You should know by now that things take time to get done. I'm not some sort of wizard that can just wave a wand and make everything happen in a split second.
If you're looking for some extra motivation to speed things up, just imagine the pleasure of having your head whacked by a good old broomstick. How's that for an incentive, huh? Now get a move on, lazybones.
Why do you constantly resort to hitting me like that? I always strive to do my absolute best in everything you ask me, and yet you choose to respond with physical violence?
Oh, please. It's crystal clear that you can't do anything right. All you're good at is doodling some worthless garbage, just like your sorry excuse for a grandma. I swear, if you keep wasting your time with that mindless doodling, I'll have no choice but to call the hospital and have them put you in an asylum. Maybe then you'll finally realize how useless your little drawings truly are.
But, Mom, that's my passion. Drawing is something I truly love, and you know that. It's the only way I can express myself and let my creativity flow. It means a lot to me, and it's disheartening to hear you belittle it like that.
Oh, stop with the whining already, trying to get some pity from me. You're not cute and charming like your precious little sister, so quit acting like it. If you can't clean the chimney properly, then forget about attending your grandma's funeral. Got it? I'm sure you haven't forgotten how I locked you up in your room on the day of your grandpa's funeral, have you? You better step up your game if you want to be part of anything important around here.
Wait, what? I can't believe you would even consider preventing me from attending Grandma's funeral. That's beyond unfair. You know how much I loved her and how important she was to me. In fact, I was the one who stayed by her side when no one else in our family bothered to. Remember when you completely ignored her when she was in the hospital, all alone? And you didn't even bother to show up and see her one last time before she passed away. It's just not right, Mom.
Oh, look who's trying to play the moral high ground. You, my dear illiterate little brat, have the audacity to lecture your own mother? Let's not forget that you didn't even get the privilege of going to school, so spare me your judgment and comments about other people. You're in no position to act all righteous when you lack even the basic education. Know your place before opening your mouth.
Why do you always have this bias against me and constantly favor my sister? It's just not fair to me, Mom. I'm your daughter too, right? But sometimes it feels like you treat me as if I'm some kind of adopted child. Can you explain why you didn't allow me to go to school but let my sister go instead?
How many times have I explained this to you? There wasn't enough money for both of you to attend school, so it was better for you to be homeschooled.
Well, guess what? You never actually taught me anything in my entire life. Everything I know today, I had to learn on my own or from Grandma.
Wow, look at you, pretending to be all high and mighty. You're nothing more than an ugly little thing, the cursed child of our family. You're an absolute disgrace to our entire family line. Just take a good look at that birthmark on your face, it's a perfect representation of the demon you are. Count yourself lucky that I didn't abandon you right after giving birth to such an ugly demon like you.
Is that all it takes for you to hate me? Just because of a birthmark on my face? It's not like I asked for it or anything.
Oh, absolutely. You're just plain hideous compared to your perfect little sister. Do you honestly think going to school would do you any good? You'd just be the laughingstock of your own pathetic existence. Trust me, if you actually went to school, you'd become the prime target for mockery and relentless bullying from your classmates. So, by not sending you to school, I actually did you a favor. I protected you from being subjected to all that humiliation and abuse. You should be thanking me, but hey, no need to show any gratitude.
You think I should be thanking you for keeping me locked up in the house and dumping all the household chores on me?
Oh, cry me a river. It's not like I have a choice, right? Either you or your useless grandma has to handle the chores. But now that my oh-so-pathetic mom is no longer around, it's all conveniently dumped on you. Don't even think about slacking off, because if you do, I'll make sure you regret ever being bored. Got it? Remember what happened last time you tried to dodge your responsibility? You got a nice little brick on your head. Yeah, that's right. Don't mistake my occasional kindness for weakness or think you can take advantage of me.
What do you mean by dodge my responsibilities? I wasn't trying to avoid anything. I was just trying to find something to keep myself warm because I didn't have enough clothes on. You hardly ever bought me new clothes, and you always took the ones Grandma got for me and gave them to Jane. It was freezing cold, and any decent mother would never do that to their own child.
What's so hard to comprehend? I simply did what any loving parent would do, which is to shower my favorite child with the best of everything. As for you, well, you get nothing because, let's face it, you're just an ugly and unwanted burden. Now get your sorry self back to the housework, Arya. After cleaning that chimney, you better tend to the livestock and water the plants perfectly, or else I'll have the pleasure of breaking your arms. And just so you know, I'll lock you up tight inside this house so you won't even have a chance to attend Grandma's funeral.
Tomorrow.
Arya, you've really got some nerve. How could you possibly think it's okay to steal jewelry from Grandma and keep it hidden for yourself like that?
Huh? What on earth are you talking about, Jane? I'm completely lost. Can you please explain?
Listen up, genius. Cut the act and spare me this stupidity. How do you justify this stunning gemstone ring I've got right in front of me, huh?
Wait, hold up. What's the deal with you eyeing my gemstone ring? I distinctly remember keeping it in a secure spot. Did you go snooping around in my room? Hand it over.
Oh, please. You think I'm just gonna hand it back to you, you little thief? The ring is sitting pretty on my finger, which means it's mine now, fair and square. If you've got any issues with that or dare to make a move, I'll make sure our parents find out about your little stealing escapade. Trust me, they'll know how to give you a proper lesson.
What are you talking about? I didn't steal anything from anyone. In fact, Grandma passed down this ring to me as an heirloom before she left us. So, naturally, it's rightfully mine.
Then why did Grandma never mention this ring to anyone in her family? I bet you snatched it from her the moment she took her last breath, didn't you? You were the only one lurking around when Grandma kicked the bucket. So it's all too convenient for you to have swiped the ring right from under her nose. No wonder you were so damn keen on sticking by her side during her final moments. It was all part of your sneaky little plan to get your grubby hands on that ring, huh, you conniving thief?
I'm telling you, I didn't steal it. You've got to trust me on this one. Grandma specifically asked me to keep the ring a secret because she knew if our family found out, you'd be all over it, trying to snatch it from me.
Listen up, you sniveling brat. Shut your mouth and hand over the damn ring like a good little lamb. If you dare to make a fuss, I'll make sure Mom and Dad find out, and trust me, you'll be in for a world of pain. I'm just being considerate here, protecting you from the beatdown our loving parents would dish out. So do yourself a favor and save your sorry self from the consequences.
Please give me the ring back. It holds immense sentimental value for me. It's the only thing I have left that reminds me of Grandma.
Wow, look at you, begging and pleading. It's quite entertaining, actually. I get a kick out of seeing you squirm and wallow in misery. Keep it up, it's music to my ears.
Jane. You're really testing my patience here. I can't believe you actually took my stuff without asking like that.
Oh man, look at you, the black sheep of the family. And let's not forget, you're not just ugly, you're freaking ugly and stupid. Seriously, did you even step foot in a school? Can you even read or write? I bet you're clueless. You're such a clown, it's hilarious. Just face it. You're destined to be the family servant, forever and ever. No way out of that one.
1 week later.
Mom, I'm leaving, just want to give you a heads up.
Oh, what's this? You're leaving? Can you even comprehend basic instructions? I explicitly told you to wash the dishes and clean the toilet for me. But of course, you conveniently forgot. Now that your dear old grandma is gone, you can't rely on her to cover for your lazy, worthless self anymore. So don't you dare think you're some kind of princess in this household. You're nothing but a pathetic servant, and it's about time you start acting like one.
Mom, didn't I just tell you plain and simple? I'm leaving this house, and I won't be coming back.
Did you bump your head or what? What do you think you are, deciding to up and leave this house? This isn't some fancy hotel where you can just waltz in and out whenever you please, you know?
Look, Mom, Grandma was the only one who really cared about me for who I am. But now that she's gone, I don't see any reason to keep living in this house. I mean, what's the point of staying in a place where I don't feel welcome and just end up being treated like a servant?
Hold up, hold up. You think you're just gonna walk out of this house? Think again. Who's gonna take care of all the household chores? Who's gonna handle all the farming tasks? Definitely not me, your dad, or your little sister. She's too pretty, and we're too damn old to do any real work. Listen up, you're not allowed to step 1 foot outside of this house, got it? If you even dare to try, I'll personally break your legs and toss you out in the woods for the wolves to have a feast. So think twice before you make any stupid moves, kiddo.
Wait, what? How can you be so cold-hearted towards your own family? Did you honestly mean all those hurtful things you said to me?
Of course I meant what I said, silly. And let's not pretend I'm clueless about your little act of snatching that gemstone ring from my mom gave to my daughter. So, do the right thing and hand it over to me, right now.
Huh? That ring actually belongs to me, and I was just reclaiming what's rightfully mine. What's the big deal about that?
Spare me the lies, you filthy mouth. Everyone knows you swiped that ring from my daughter, so quit playing dumb and hand it over, now. Don't push me to repeat myself again. Or maybe I'll have to break a bone or two, or perhaps knock you out cold. It's your call, really.
You're out of your mind, Mom. I've already got my stuff all packed up, and I'm about to hit the road. So there's absolutely no way you're gonna make me stay here. Goodbye, Mom. This is the last time we talk to each other.
What? I don't give you permission to go anywhere. Got it? Arya. I'm telling you, you're gonna face some serious consequences for denying my orders. I'm dead serious, Arya. Are you listening to me? This isn't the end of it between us.
2 days later.
Mom, do you think that Arya is already dead? I'm feeling really uneasy and scared. I really hope nobody finds out about what we did.
Yeah, no doubt she's gone. I mean, that hit was brutal. I whacked her from behind with this massive wooden log, remember? And then we went ahead and buried her way deep in the woods, 6 feet under. Trust me, there's no way she's magically coming back to life. It's like, totally impossible.
Yeah, Mom, I'm just feeling a bit freaked out, you know?
No need, dear. I'm always here for you. I've got your back all the way. Trust me, Arya is long gone, like seriously gone. Now we can just kick back and enjoy the massive inheritance that Grandma left us.
What inheritance, Mom? Last I checked, Grandma didn't leave us anything except for those lame paintings. She was pretty much broke her whole life, you know that.
Well, think again, Jane. Why do you think we went through all that crazy stuff, chasing after Arya, knocking her out, and burying her way deep in the jungle? Don't you remember what we gained from it all?
You mean, that ring Grandma gave Arya?
Well, look what I found in the newspaper. Get this, that little gemstone ring we got under our hands on? Turns out, it's some ancient relic, probably centuries old. And if we sell it, we're taking millions of dollars, easy peasy. I can't believe my own mom hid such a valuable ring for us all this time. I bet she purposely stashed it away so she could pass it on to Arya after she kicked the bucket. Sneaky old lady.
Wait, seriously, Mom? Millions of dollars? Oh my gosh, that's insane. We're gonna be filthy rich. I'm freaking out with excitement. I can't wait for all the awesome things we'll do.
You got it, sweetheart. It's time to start getting used to the idea of being rich because pretty soon we'll be waving goodbye to this poor countryside life, saying hello to a whole new world of luxury and extravagance. Get ready for the fabulous life.
Woohoo! It's awesome that we finally kicked Arya out for good, you know? Who knows what kind of crazy stuff she would pull off if we kept her around. Even if we had snatched the ring from her, she'd stop at nothing to reclaim it. I mean, come on, who can resist a massive pile of cash? Definitely not me, no way.
I dig your mindset, Jane. You're spot on. It's smarter to squash the danger before it creeps up on us again. It's just plain common sense, you feel me? Alright, honey, it's time to hit the sack and have some lovely dreams. Before you know it, we'll be sitting on a fancy gold throne, living the life of luxury we've always dreamed of. Sleep tight, my dear.
Tomorrow.
Hey, Mom, you won't believe what happened yesterday. It was weird, and I'm freaking out right now. I can't even begin to explain it.
What's wrong, dear? Just tell me, Mama's right here for you.
OMG, Mom. You won't believe what I discovered in the basement this morning. There were these creepy footprints going in and out, like someone had been sneaking around. So, of course, I had to investigate and see if anything was gone. But guess what? Nothing was missing.
What? Someone sneaked into our basement but didn't take anything? It just doesn't add up.
I know, it's insane. I had the exact same thought. But here's the thing, when I took a closer look at those footsteps, they were seriously giving me the heebie-jeebies. Like, they were red, as if, blood. Can you believe it? I'm getting major goosebumps just thinking about it.
What? Bloody footsteps? That sounds crazy. Who in the world do you think left those creepy tracks?
Well, I can't say for sure, but based on the size of those footprints, it's possible they belong to Arya.
What? Arya? Are you sure? But we already took care of her, remember? We buried her deep in the woods, so there's no way she could be alive and kicking now. You must be mistaking those footprints for someone else's. Please don't tell me you're messing with me here. Joking about stuff like this is totally not cool, you know?
I'm dead serious here, especially when it's about stuff like this. I got all suspicious about those footsteps and decided to head back to where we buried Arya just to be sure. But there was absolutely no sign of the ground being dug up or anything.
See? I told you. Arya is already gone, no way she's coming back to life, believe me. I gave her a good whack on the back of the head, and she was out like a light. Trust me, she's toast right now.
But how do you explain those creepy bloody footsteps going in and out of the basement? And wait, I totally forgot to mention this before. But I saw someone had written "You'll pay the price" on the basement's wall in bright red paint. I don't know, Mom, but something feels seriously off here. There's gotta be something super weird going on that we don't know about.
Oh, come on. Don't be so touchy. It's probably just some nosy neighbor trying to stir up trouble. Remember, we're about to hit the jackpot and become super rich. Nothing's gonna stand in our way, okay?
All right, Mom. I'm with you on this one. Let's sell that ring and make bank. We're gonna be super rich.
3 days later.
Remember me, Mom?
Huh? Who's this? Do I know you?
Well, how could you forget about your own daughter so quickly? It's me, Arya, your oldest daughter.
W what? Arya? Is that really you?
That's right, it's me. Bet you didn't expect me to show up, huh?
Wait, hold on a second. How on earth can you be here? This makes absolutely no sense at all.
Well, why can't I be here? Oh, I see, you thought I was already 6 feet under, huh? Hate to burst your bubble, but I'm very much alive and kicking. And guess what? I'm here to reclaim justice for myself. You and your daughter better brace yourselves for the consequences headed your way. The long arm of the law won't let you slip away.
I honestly have no idea what kind of garbage you're babbling about. So, do us all a favor and get the hell out of my life. My family will be way better off without a leech like you lingering around.
Listen up, Nancy. If it were up to me, I'd avoid talking to you like the plague. But I had no choice but to stand up for myself and seek the justice I deserve. You need to face the consequences of all the torment you put me through. Do you even realize you nearly took my life?
Oh, please enlighten me, what on earth have I ever done to you, huh? Quit spewing these unfounded accusations without a shred of evidence to back them up.
Oh, let me refresh your memory about exactly what went down that day. While I was simply protecting my stuff from Jane's nosy hands. You cowardly snuck up from behind and hit me on the back of my head with a wooden log, knocking me out cold. And then, to cover your tracks, you dragged my unconscious body into the woods, buried me like some disposable trash, and made a run for it. Luckily, a hunter happened to pass by and notice his dog sniffing around the very spot where you left me to rot. He dug me out and saved me from being buried alive.
Wait, hold up. So you're telling me you didn't bite the dust from that hit? How's that even possible? I vividly remember giving you a solid knock on the back of your head. No one could have survived that, right?
No way, Nancy. Somehow I managed to survive that hit. I'm still standing and ready to serve up some sweet revenge on you and your daughter. I can't believe you were actually willing to kill me just to snatch the ring Grandma gave me. That's some next level of greed and cruelty.
Hold up, wait a minute. So you're telling me you're still alive? Did you sneak into my house the other day and try to give my daughter a fright? How dare you pull a stunt like that?
What on earth are you talking about? Why would I even consider going back to the house while you and Jane are still hanging around? So you can have another go at trying to kill me? I'm not crazy, you know.
What? Then who the hell sneaked into my house that day? You better spill the beans and tell me right now.
How should I know? Look, you better brace yourself because I'm gonna make you pay big time, and you'll be behind bars before you know it.
Let's not forget that I still have that precious ring Grandma gave you. That little trinket happens to be an ancient relic worth millions of dollars. So here's my brilliant plan. I'm gonna sell that ring, rake in the cash, and use it to bribe the judge. With a little greasing of palms, my daughter and I will be walking away scot-free from any prison sentence. Oh, the sheer genius of my master plan.
Are you really that out of touch with reality, Nancy? Do you honestly believe that money can magically save you from a murder charge? The police are already on their way, so running or hiding won't do you any good. Just face the music and cooperate with them. Being honest about your wrongdoing might help, but I can't guarantee it'll make your sentence any easier. Oh, and don't fret about being lonely in prison, because your daughter will be right there with you.
What? How could you even think about sending your own mom to jail? Are you some kind of cold-blooded monster? Come on, Arya, let's take a step back and reconsider your decision. We messed up, sure, but that doesn't define who we are as a family. The truth is, I'm still the same loving mom you've always known and respected. Please, my sweet Arya, find it in your heart to spare me this time. I'm willing to give up everything, the house, Grandma's ring, you name it. Just don't throw me behind bars, 'cause I'm genuinely scared here.
Oh, really? So now, when things aren't going your way, you decide to play the loving mommy card, huh? Spare me the fake sentiment, Nancy, it's laughable. Well, get ready to face the consequences of your actions and take a nice long trip to prison. You can sit there and ponder the magnitude of your sins. Nancy and Jane made an attempt to escape from the house, but their taste of freedom was short-lived as the police swiftly captured them. What surprised me was their complete lack of denial. They openly admitted to the entire twisted plot of trying to end my life. Throughout the police interrogation, they displayed evident fear, constantly begging for forgiveness from Grandma. It was as if they could visualize her right in front of them. After Nancy and Jane were imprisoned, my father made the decision to relocate to a different area, fearing the rumors and gossip of the neighbors. As for me, I returned to the old house, where I had endured numerous horrifying experiences but also cherished countless beautiful memories with Grandma. With the proceeds from selling the ring, I was able to establish an art gallery, showcasing both Grandma's and my own artwork. To my astonishment, the gallery attracted a significant number of visitors who expressed immense admiration for our paintings. Some even offered substantial amounts to acquire Grandma's artwork. Now, I am determined to pursue my artistic career and follow my dreams, with the ultimate goal of bringing pride to Grandma.
Where is it? Where have you hidden it all?
What are you talking about?
Where's the money in the account? Give it to me quickly.
Why are you asking for it?
Stop asking. Give it to me right now.
I don't have any money at the moment. Are you gonna gambling again?
Are you going to hand it over or not? It's just a little money. Why are you interrogating me?
Just a little? That's my entire month's salary.
You make $1,000 a month and you're saying you have no money. Explain that.
Do you think our family doesn't need to eat or drink? Do you just take my money and spend it all on gambling and hanging out with your friends?
But if I don't have money now, I'll lose my dignity in front of my friends.
So you care more about your reputation than our child?
Well, I can't go out with no money. It's humiliating.
You're not worried about our child, but you're concerned about your dignity? Put it down.
My dignity is very important. Besides, I can't do anything without money. Just give me $200 and I'll go out with my friends. Going out with friends without money is very embarrassing.
Are you out of your mind? Where do you think the money comes from? Fall from the sky? Am I an ATM? Why do you keep asking me for money?
Now you want to nag. Are you going to give me the money or not?
What are you going to do?
Either you give me the money or I'll wreck the house. I'll destroy it all. I'll burn this place down.
Fine, here it is. Take it and go wherever you want.
What? Only a $100? Are you kidding me?
That's all I have. Take it or leave it. If not, go ahead and destroy everything.
What a hassle. I'll deal with you when I get back.
Don't forget to pick up our child at 4.30 p.m.
Pick him up yourself.
What? I can't. I work and don't get home until 6 p.m. How can I pick him up?
Then leave work early. I'm going out with friends and I can't pick him up.
I work to earn money for this house. If I don't work, where do you think the money for you to go out with friends come from?
I'm busy. Can't you understand that? Do it yourself. I have to go now.
What? Scott.
A few moments later.
I'll be coming home late. There's a lot of work to do. What did you feed our child?
Huh? I'm hanging out with a friend.
What? You're leaving our child alone at home like that?
I told you. I'm spending time with friends. Don't you understand that?
Why don't you take any responsibility? It's your child. You can't just leave him home alone. What is he going to eat?
I'm busy. Tell him to grab something from the fridge.
He's only 6 years old. You have to look after him. You can't leave him alone like that.
He'll be fine. Don't worry too much.
I have to worry because it seems like you don't care about your children at all. I work hard to earn money to support our child, and it feels like I'm doing everything. You don't even pick up our children. Did you know that the neighbor saw how pitiful our child was waiting alone, so she took him home?
You talk too much. I'm hanging out with friends and you keep bothering me. As long as he gets home safely, what more do you want?
How can you be so irresponsible? Don't you worry about your child? You're out all day drinking and gambling, and now you don't even care whether your child has something to eat. Are you even worthy of being his father?
Fine. I'm heading home now. Are you happy now? You nag too much and it's ruining the fun. It's because of you that my friends all have to go home.
They know it's time to go home and take care of their family. You should know that too. When you get home, remember to give the kids something to eat.
Got it.
Cook something for me as well. I'll eat when I get home.
Are you crazy? If I cook now, we won't be eating until midnight. Just send me some more money. I'll grab some fast food.
But eating fast food all the time isn't healthy, you know?
Just for today, okay? Stop talking and send the money.
Fine. Remember to buy something soft and easy to swallow for a child. By the way, you don't need to buy me food. I'll eat something later.
All right.
3 weeks later.
What's wrong with you? How long are you going to stay angry? Do you want me to go to the cafe and ask them to refund your money?
No need. Why bring it up now if you didn't ask for it that day?
Stop overreacting.
What do you mean?
I gave the waiter a tip. Why do you keep nagging about it? It's not a big deal.
A small tip? 3 cups of coffee don't even add up to $12, and you tip them $50?
You need to understand the hard work of people in the service industry. I wanted to brighten their day a bit. I'm just being generous.
Other people may be struggling, but this doesn't mean our family has to be extravagant.
You're so stingy.
Do you know why I'm cautious with money? We don't have much, and you're giving away large tips. Don't you think it's wasteful?
I'm building good karma by helping others. Life is about giving and receiving. Don't you know that?
Stop talking. The more you talk, the more frustrated I become.
Why do you keep harping? If it bothers you that much, then don't go.
Do you think I actually wanted to go? I only went because we needed to sign a contract at the bank for the loan, and I went with you.
I told you to let me handle it alone. But you insisted on coming.
If it didn't require both husband and wife, I wouldn't go. Being with you just gets on my nerves.
You nag too much. For example, if you were a waiter and received a tip, would you be happy? Of course, you'd be happy. That's why I just wanted to make them happy.
But that's if we have a lot of money. Stupid, stubborn thing.
Who are you referring to? Not only that, you also embarrassed me in front of my friends.
What nonsense is that?
You want to humiliate me, don't you?
Why do I want that? What did I do to humiliate you?
When I asked you for money to go out with my friends, you said no, and even yelled at me in front of them.
What's on your mind? Haven't we been through enough struggles? And now you want to show off to your friends.
What? I'm a man, and I have my pride. But you insult me and make fun of me in front of my friends. What if they tell others? Who will hang out with me then?
I don't have to do anything to humiliate you. Just looking at these small houses enough for them to despise you. You're healthy and strong, yet you waste your time gambling and not contributing anything.
What are you saying? You want a piece of me?
Go ahead. I dare you. The only one bringing in money in this house is me. Rafeish.
You're only good at nagging and cursing me. My friends' families are also struggling, but they still hang out. Their wives don't say anything to their husbands. How come you're so different? How can they still care for their husbands? As for you, if you don't know how to protect your husband's dignity, you can't manage anything. What kind of wife are you?
That's right. Those wives are great. Do you know why? Because they have husbands 100,000 times better than you.
You dare say that to me? You wronged me first, but you don't feel guilty?
What did I do wrong? The only thing I did wrong was marry you.
How can you say that? Fine. I won't talk to you anymore. You're unreasonable.
Yes, I'm being unreasonable. So, what are you going to do about it? If you can't stand it, just get a divorce.
Hey, what's with the talk of divorce? Arguments between husband and wife are normal, and it's a minor one. Why bring up divorce?
Because of you. You don't even try. I'm exhausted. Don't you see that?
Got it. You've been through a lot. You should also consider our children.
You didn't ask me to consider myself. And you even threatened to hit me.
I was angry and I said that in the heat of the moment. Have you ever seen me actually hit you? Don't be mad anymore. It's time to pick up the kids and I'm ready to go.
All right. Go pick up our child.
Several days later.
Scott. What's this all about?
What?
What did you buy for $889?
Oh. Has it been shipped yet?
Why so much money? They asked me to pay.
Tell them to hold off and I'll pay later.
What? Fine. I told them. But what did you order?
You'll find out when you open it.
What? A phone? That's right.
An iPhone 15, 256 gigabytes. Isn't it beautiful? Take a picture of it. I want to see.
Are you out of your mind? You spent $889 on a phone.
So what? It's beautiful.
You're insane. I asked you. Where did you get the money to pay for it?
Didn't we just borrow from the bank the other day? We can use that money to pay for the phone.
Oh my God, Scott. I thought you were borrowing money for a business venture and I agreed to it. But no, did you borrow money from the bank just to buy a phone? What's wrong with you?
I've been using an old phone for a long time and my friends make fun of me. So I had to get a new phone.
And now what? Do you feel rich? Do you think you're more extravagant? Or did you just add more debt?
But having a new phone makes me feel more luxurious.
Why on earth do you still think this way? Did you know that the bank has refused the loan?
What? I didn't know that.
We're drowning in debt. Did you forget about the debt from 3 months ago? You lost hundreds of thousands of dollars gambling and mortgaged our house to creditors. Remember that? And now you're adding more debt for a phone.
Well, take it easy and give me some time to figure out a solution. Maybe you know someone we can borrow from temporarily to pay off the debt first.
You say that as if borrowing more is the solution. Are you not getting it? We only have our house to protect us, and you've nearly risked us living on the streets.
Just calm down. There has to be a way if we think it through. Can't you help pay it off?
How can I pay for it? When you were drinking, gambling, and squandering my money, did you think about this moment? You wasted all your money and now you're in debt, and you want me to bail you out?
You're the one making money, so it makes sense for you to pay.
Why are your thoughts always like this? Why don't you think about working to help me, help this family?
Finding a job these days is tough. It takes a lot of effort, and there's nothing I'm interested in doing.
You're utterly useless. I can't live like this anymore. From now on, you're on your own to solve your problems. I don't want anything to do with someone like you.
What do you mean? Are you suggesting a divorce?
Exactly. Divorce. I can't live with someone as useless as you anymore.
What are you saying? Useless? Let me tell you, I wouldn't want to live with someone like you. If I strike it rich tomorrow, you won't have the heart to come back to me.
Never.
Fine then. You and your son get out of my house now.
Your house. I don't need this tiny house. Keep it for yourself. Goodbye, sucker.
Much later.
Scott. What have you done?
What do you mean?
Did you just withdraw $200,000 from my bank account?
I don't understand what you're talking about.
It's you. Only you can withdraw money from my account.
I don't recall withdrawing money. Are you sure it wasn't a mistake?
You didn't withdraw money, you transferred money to another bank account number.
Oh, yeah, that was me.
What? Why did you do that?
Well, I transferred my money to my own account.
Which money is yours? That's my money.
You and I share that account, so naturally it's also my account. Money is considered common property. It's my right to transfer my money.
We're divorced. Nothing is shared anymore.
I don't care. As long as I can access that account, it's still my account.
How can you be so shameless? After several months, you're still such a jerk.
So what? When there are immediate benefits, only a fool would pass up the opportunity. I've transferred money multiple times, but you didn't even notice. I even used a prepaid credit card to borrow about $500,000. Just slowly pay off your debt.
No way. Why did you do that?
That's the price you have to pay for leaving me and looking down on me. You shouldn't have messed with this guy.
You're insane. If you borrow money, you have to pay it back. If not, I'll report it to the police.
You're quite amusing. What's wrong with me taking my own money? Besides, I've already given you full authorization, so I won't use it anymore. I won't interfere, which means I don't owe you anything. If your account borrows, you have to repay it.
You scoundrel. Do you think I'll let this slide?
Are you trying to threaten me? What can you do to me? But I think I should thank you. Thanks to you, I was able to pay off all my debt and even start a small business.
You're despicable. It's not enough for you to be rid of your wife, but even after the divorce, you continue to take advantage of me and steal her money. A lowlife like you won't find peace. You'll be shamed by everyone for the rest of her life.
Blah blah blah. You talk too much. Endless curses won't solve anything. Now that I have money, you're nothing to me. I'm out of your league. Don't beg to come back, I won't agree. Take care of your debt. Goodbye.
You won't have a peaceful life.
Several months later.
Hey Virginia. Your life hasn't been going well lately, has it?
My life is just fine.
No need to pretend everything is okay. You talk to me about it.
What nonsense are you talking about? My life is perfectly fine without your involvement.
I told you not to hide it. I saw everything. You're struggling financially.
What did you see that makes you think that's the case?
I saw you sitting on the street asking for money. It's quite pitiful.
Me? Asking for money?
You're so down on your luck that you're wearing tattered clothes and sitting on the ground with a hat out for donations. You've chosen a prime spot to ask for money. It's where all the wealthy people pass by. You could make a decent amount.
What? I've never done that.
Now you want to deny it after I've found out?
I'm telling you, I didn't do that.
Since you no longer have me by your side, it seems like you've fallen on hard times. Did you ever expect me to see you in such a pitiful state and take care of you? That's not happening. You chose to let me go.
Don't be delusional. You're wrong. I'm not a beggar.
You sat on the street like that. You sure look like a beggar.
Don't jump to conclusions.
Then what are you doing there?
My blood pressure is low, so I'm sitting down to rest. These are clothes from a well-known brand. Does that surprise you? You don't even recognize famous brands like this?
Well, I know I might have overreacted.
All right, I understand. If someone like you doesn't know, it's okay. You can be a bit uncultured.
What are you talking about? I wear branded clothes too. Nothing I wear costs less than $500.
That's pretty impressive. You must have had a successful business, right?
You've got it right. I'm currently the CEO of my own company.
I'm impressed. Did you start your own company?
That's right, I did. Thanks for your money.
Is it easy to start a company nowadays? Does having money mean anyone can start a company even if you're a useless coward?
What do you mean? I've done a lot for my company.
Oh, really? What can you do?
I manage the company, ensuring it stays strong, keeps growing, and protected from those who might harm it. I've also signed several high-value contracts. In short, without me, this company would have gone under a long time ago. I've made the most significant contributions.
Is that so? Quite different from what I've heard.
What are you talking about? What's different?
The difference is that you've used violence and intimidation to sign contracts. You claim you've signed billion-dollar deals? A dream. You've signed contracts worth a few $100s, coercing and threatening subsidiaries. As for major companies, you can't even get your food in the door. Isn't that right?
So what? I'm still the head of a company, and I have the authority to do what I want.
Aren't you afraid your actions might lead to legal consequences?
Legal consequences? What can the cops do to me?
Why do you think the police can't do anything to you?
You're pretty naive. In the business world, having connections is crucial for survival.
And how does that relate to you?
I happen to know the police department's commander quite well. We're good buddies. I just need to ask for help and everything will be resolved.
Oh, really? You're talking about Commander Henry of the police department, right?
That's correct. How do you know his name?
Just a casual acquaintance.
What? You know him?
Well, it's not merely an acquaintance. My brother knows Commander Henry.
Probably just a typical connection. We have a close brotherly relationship. Feeling threatened yet?
A commander who lets a shady character like you get away with wrongdoing doesn't deserve his position.
So what? What can you do about it?
Well, I can't do much, but my brother can.
Your brother?
That's right. He's the police chief at the ex-police station. Commander Henry is one of his subordinates. I can't do anything to Henry, so I'll ask my brother to take care of it.
What? No way. When we got married, your brother was just a regular cop. How come I didn't know he held such a high rank?
Well, in the 6 years since we married, my brother has been promoted. Besides, when I married you, I severed ties with my family. After the divorce, I returned home, and fortunately, my family forgave me. My brother accepted me back and is very protective of his sister and nephew. But he won't be so forgiving towards the scoundrel who caused his family to suffer.
What do you plan to do to me? But that's fine. I haven't done anything wrong that the police need to be concerned about.
Oh, but you've been evading taxes. How long have you been avoiding paying taxes?
What? Tax evasion? Are you fabricating stories to blame me?
You're mistaken. You've been evading taxes for quite a while because you have connections at the tax department, right?
How did you find out? Yes, I do have connections at the tax department, so your accusations won't hold.
You have a wide-ranging network, don't you? You even know my cousin.
Huh? What nonsense are you talking about? I don't know your cousin.
My cousin is a contact at the tax department. You've been bribing him to hide your tax evasion. But do you think it'll save you? It's just more evidence of your bribery and tax evasion, all gathered under my direction.
Impossible. Are you playing a joke on me? How could you have a cousin working in the tax department?
It's a small world. So, have you confessed yet?
That's impossible. You can't do anything to me. A woman like you can't harm me. I'm not the useless husband I once was.
That's right. You've changed. You've become even more wretched and villainous. You're growing treasure with each passing day.
Shut up. You have no right to talk to me like that. After you left, I did everything I could to manage my debts. My current situation is a result of my own efforts. You abandoned me. You can't tell me what to do anymore.
You've got a lot of nerve, Scott. While it's true that you've managed on your own, you did it in the wrong way. You've gone down the dark path, where you've become more violent and evil. You only bully those weaker than you and pander to those more powerful. But no matter how much it changed, you're still just a useless and despicable man.
I told you to shut up, didn't I? I'm not as violent and useless as I once was. I have someone who supports me. Yes, the person who trusted me with the responsibility of managing this company will back me up. You have no idea of the extent of his influence. Even the police have reason to be wary of him.
You're too trusting.
What did you say? He's been very good to me.
You're naive and easily manipulated. You're nothing more than a puppet director. If something major happens, like a police investigation or bankruptcy, you'll be the one to shoulder the legal responsibility. You have no authority. You only use your position to oppress lower-ranking employees, but when it comes to department heads and above, you're powerless. You're still as vile as ever.
You're lying. I'm not afraid of anyone. I have full authority to handle everything in the company.
Oh, you can make decisions? You have no say in that matter. You're just a puppet director. The deputy director and department heads make decisions for you. Your job is just to say yes and finalize things.
That's not true. I'll talk to my senior, I'll reassert my authority. Everyone else will have to submit to me.
You're delusional again. Do you know that your senior is a close friend of mine from college, John? We haven't been in touch for a while, but when we met again, John still recognized me and called me Big Brother. You have to admit, the world is smaller than you think. Your connections are my connections.
No way. That's impossible. You're just trying to scare me and show your powerlessness. I'm not afraid of you.
You can find out the truth by asking John.
What do you mean? It can't be true. You're joking, right? Tell me what's wrong with you.
Why would I lie to you? Face the truth. I'll make sure you end up in jail. You won't escape it. Go ahead and struggle. You're just a fish on the hook.
You can't do this to me. You abandoned me, and now you're doing this?
I was foolish to put up with you for 6 years. I should have divorced you as soon as I realized you were a leech and a narcissist. You treated me that way, and now you act like the victim?
I'm just speaking the truth. You did abandon me.
Well, there's no point in arguing with idiots. Talking to you is nauseating. Get ready for jail. Good luck, and goodbye, Scott.
What? Wait, I'm not going to jail. You won't get away with this.
Afterwards, Scott, propelled by his excessive self-importance, adamantly denies accepting his wrongdoing. Only when he faced the confrontation and physical assault from John's accomplices, followed by an exhausting police interrogation, did Scott finally confess to all of his violations, even those for which he bore no direct responsibility. This circumstance serves as a testament to the principle of sowing and reaping. Scott couldn't realistically expect to lead a comfortable, carefree life while evading any effort or responsibility. No peace, no honey, no work, no money. Fortunately, I won't allow myself to repeat that experience. I've been naive for the past 6 years, and that's more than sufficient. Currently, my son and I are enjoying a fulfilling and joyful life with my family. As an independent woman, raising a child on my own hasn't proven to be an overly daunting challenge. In fact, it has become even easier now that the worthless freeloader in my house has finally departed. My life is genuinely brimming with happiness and a sense of satisfaction.